Logan, as you undoubtedly have heard, part of our entertainment the night of our reunion is going to be none other than the Nurks, which of course was primarily made up of members of the class of 1967. And they've been working awfully hard to get ready for this performance. In fact, you can hear them in the background right now, practicing up and getting ready. I got a call from Hank Moak. Sorry, Henry, I can't call you that. I have to call you Hank. But I got a call from him, and he's really excited about something special that's going to happen at the Saturday night event that he wants to tell us about. So let's go see what's going on. What's going on?
Mr. President, so honored to have you here tonight. What brings you here?
Well, you invited me.
Well, there we go. I'm glad you're here.
So what's going on?
Paul contacted me last summer about getting the band back together. We've already had a little video about that. Dan and I had a great session on the Murrah stage. And so what I did was immediately start thinking about those days, and Mike Johnson came to mind. I just want to remember him. He's not with us anymore, was a great friend at that time. So I immediately reached out to Lynn and to Dan, Bill Godhelf, to Hendrick, and I said, let's figure out how we can make this a very special night for our classmates again. We played for them, if you remember, in the 30th reunion. It worked out very well, but that night we talked a lot about a band that was from Greenwood, Mississippi. And it was the band that we followed the most, a band that had records that went to the top of the chart.
Yeah. Damn it, man. You're there, in your dreams. I wasn't there that night.
So,
well, you had a good time, one of the other.
So what I did was, Lynn and I reached out to the Fondren cover band to see if we could bring those guys in, and they've come. And we've also thought about what could make it even more special. So during those days, 1965, 66, and 67, there was a band out of Greenwood, the Gants. And so we reached out to Sid Herring and to the Gants and said, would you allow us to build our band around you guys? And they said yes. So tonight we're honored to have Johnny Freeman with us from Greenwood, Mississippi, one of the original two Gants. And on that night, June the 10th, classmate Sid Herring will be with us on stage, and we will have a number of songs to relive and have you enjoy that night that was from our era, and I look forward to seeing you then.
I think they did.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Kansas City.
Because we didn't do that yet, but that's
I don't even think they had
three
chords.
chords.
The
Yeah.
bands that had just guitars.
And so
They just keep
this one we need to work on it.
Yeah. Oh, we just play it this way. But anyway, right at the end it goes.
Classmates, Murrah and Callaway, I'm Henry Moak, Chief Accountability Officer, Homeland Security. Been asked to come and check out the security of this venue. Paul asked me to. So let's go in and take a look and see what we have to offer that night. So classmates, this is the main dining room where we will be in a few weeks. You've watched the video, you've seen us begin to practice, come together. You saw on the video Lynn playing bass, Hendrick playing guitar, I was playing guitar, Dan Singletary was doing backup singing. Those are some of the original Nurks from that day. You also saw a couple of young guys. They will be playing keyboard and drums, and Lynn Stringer has joined them in their playing at Duling Hall, one of the greatest venues in central Mississippi for live music. The other gentleman you saw on the video was Mr. Johnny Freeman from Greenwood, Mississippi, playing the maroon Fender Stratocaster. He's quite a musician. I'll tell you a little bit more about Johnny in just a second. So during the days of our class, we all followed that group, the Gants. And so the music talent that they had was beyond what we could have imagined here in our small band. And so what we did was we asked Sid and Johnny to come and play with us and be part of this reunion celebration. And so Johnny and Sid were honored to be part of that because of their remembrance of their time here in Jackson, playing for Murrah and Callaway and a number of venues. You might remember in July of 1965, the Gants opened for the Dave Clark Five. They came out on the stage, tan suits, white shirt, striped tie, bass Weegian woofers, and also no socks. And so it was quite a great night that night as they were making their debut. They also opened for the Yardbirds and traveled around the South, and they were known as the Beatles of the South. Mississippi has produced a number of Grammy winners. It's said that there are more Grammy winners in Mississippi per capita than any other state in the Union. In fact, the museum, the Grammy Museum in the Delta, is the only one outside of LA. And so we're just excited to know that we've got music talent that will be with us that night. So classmates, as we get ready for that night in this room, we will have a great time. If you come and if you have half as much fun as we've had as we're getting ready for this event that night, then it will be a night that you will never forget. It'll be a remembrance of those great times together, those great friendships, and the great music that we lived and played with. It was amazing to see the music that affected our times and our lives all the way through from 1965 through 1967. In some respects, it only seems a little bit like yesterday. So friends, come be with us. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for who you are and the times that we had together.